Hello, my name is Nick Pope, formerly from the British UFO Desk, and you're listening to the Galactic Family Podcast.
Hey, how's everyone doing in the Galactic Family tonight? From all over the world, all time zones. Before we start, I just wanted to give a shout out to Nick Pope again for helping us, for supporting. It means the world to us, and couldn't do it without you. Thanks for your being a part of this journey with us.
Thank you, Nick.
Yeah, definitely. So without further ado, I'm going to get into what we're going to be doing tonight. Tonight is going to be a deep meditation session with a contact event at the end. After we are done with the contact event, we will have open screen time for anyone out there in the audience that wants to join us on stage and let us know what they saw, let us know what they felt, anything they would like to share. But if there's anything you want to add, Angel.
What's that?
Is there anything you wanted to add?
Just want to say welcome.
All right. And looks like she left the stage for a minute, but all right, without further ado, I will start us off here. And I'm going to be playing the meditation in the background. And the only thing you should hear is a small version of my voice. But as soon as, there we go. As soon as I'm going to go ahead and mute you, Angel, okay? Because we're about to start here. All right, so let's go ahead and start the deep meditation music, and I'm going to walk everybody through it. This is going to be a guided 45-minute meditated script designed to induce deep, ethereal state of consciousness, okay? It's going to guide you to the ethereal realm of pure presence and expanded awareness. And it will include calming, hypnotic language, and deep relaxing techniques. Now, without further ado, we will go ahead and we will start the music. And then now what you should do now is everyone should silence their devices. I'm going to do the same myself. And make sure that you're on Do Not Disturb and no one disturbs you during the meditation. All right, now let's get this started. Welcome, traveler. You have arrived at the threshold of the infinite, a place where time dissolves and the formless meets the form. Gently close your eyes. Let the weight of the world release from your body. There's nothing you need to do. Nothing you need to be. Simply allow yourself to be here, now, in this moment, as we begin this journey together. Now take a deep breath in through your nose, hold, and release slowly through your mouth. Again, breathe in, hold, and release through your mouth. Feel your body begin to soften, your mind beginning to quiet. Now bring your awareness to the top of your head. Imagine a gentle stream of golden light pouring down, touching your scalp, washing over you like a warm liquid light. Feel this soothing presence move down through your forehead, soothing away any tension. It flows down through your temples, your jaw, your throat, releasing, softening, unwinding. The golden light cascades over your shoulders, down your arms, through your hands. It moves through your chest, into your heart, where it lingers, expanding, illuminating, deepening. Feel this soothing presence. The golden light cascades over your shoulders, down your arms again, and your hands, as it moves through your chest into your heart, where it lingers, expanding, illuminating, deepening. Feel it traveling down into your stomach, your hips, and your thighs, releasing all tension, all weight. This golden light moves down into your knees, your calves, and your feet, and now into the earth itself. You are now fully relaxed, held suspended between the earth and the infinite sky. Now bring your awareness to your breath. Feel the rise and the fall and the flow with each inhale. You are drawing in pure cosmic energy. With each exhale, you are releasing all that no longer serves you. Breathe in the light. Breathe out and release what no longer serves you. Breathe in the expansion of the universe that you feel. Breathe out the stillness. With every breath, you are drifting deeper into the space between thoughts, a place beyond words, beyond identity, a place where only pure awareness exists. Now allow your awareness to expand beyond your body Imagine yourself dissolving into the vast open space that is around you. Feel yourself becoming weightless, untethered, like a feather floating in the cosmic winds. You no longer a name. You're no longer a body, a past, or a future. You simply present. As you drift further, imagine a great expanse before you, an endless, shimmering void of luminous energy. This is the ether, the space of pure potential, where all things began and all things will return. Feel yourself merging with this space, becoming it, surrendering to its infinite embrace. There's nothing to hold on to. No barriers, no resistance, only the vast eternal flow of consciousness itself. You are free. You are infinite. Rest in this knowing. Let yourself drift even deeper into silence. Words are no longer needed at this point. Simply be. Absorb the stillness, the vastness, the boundless energy around and within you. Allow any visions, sensations, or messages to arise naturally. You are now in the presence of the infinite. Let it speak to you, not with words, but with energy, with feeling, with pure knowing. You are home. You have arrived. Now that you are here in the world of the infinite, in the boundless space between, let the infinite speak to you. Do not speak to the infinite. It will speak to you. It will tell you what you are wanting to hear. It will guide you in the ethereal. You are home. Now slowly gently begin to bring your awareness back into your body, back to your breath, back to the space that is around you. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your chest, the warmth of your hands, the sensation of being here now. And yet, something has changed. You have touched the infinite. And that knowing will stay with you forever. When you are ready, you now open your eyes and come back into the place, into your body. Carry this peace with you always. I'll give people a couple minutes to come back because I know that it does take a few minutes for people to come back from the ethereal. Once you've touched the ethereal, it's boundless openness. It's pure bliss. Okay. Welcome back, everyone. I'm glad to see everyone's okay, feeling okay. And for everyone in the galactic family, I am very, very happy. And, I want to keep doing this, what we're doing now, and keep connecting, keep the connections going. Isn't that right, Angel?
That's right. That's what the movement's all about.
Yes. We need to keep the connection going. And that's the whole reason of the movement. That's why we have the movement going in the first place. Connection, togetherness. We value opinions. We don't shun anyone away. Everyone is welcome. Religion, creed, color, it doesn't matter. Everyone is welcome here, no matter who you are. Human, I will say, I don't like using the word alien. There's got to be another word
Yeah,
that we
me
can use.
neither.
Like,
Just
um,
don't feel right.
not Okay, well, we'll figure that out. But
Not in a bad way.
yeah, I'm not trying to say it like in a bad way. Like we need
No,
more
I'm saying
connections with our we need more connections with our star brother and sisters out there. There we go. That's a better way to say it.
that's a lot better.
Elohim, yes. Star Nation, yes. Exactly, Lady Daniel. Yeah, if you go to Star Family, I like that. Star Family. Yeah, so we will be connecting to our Star Family once a week on Wednesdays. We'll connect to our Star Family every Wednesday, and we'll be holding afterwards, like we're doing now. We'll talk about our experiences, what we experienced in the ethereal. Since I walked everyone through this time with Angel, with you guys, then this time I will let everybody else speak on what they saw and what happened and with their experience. And then afterwards, like on next week, then Angel will do the meditation and I'll do the portion of the talking with everyone and seeing what everyone was through. But as far as anyone who felt anything, I'm going to go ahead and I'll put the link in the chat right now for anyone who just wants to come up and if they want to talk or anything, just what they felt, what they saw. I know it was kind of short. Next time we're going to make it a little longer, but uh, you'll have to bear with us. You know, we're just starting the podcast
Still in
up, and
learning.
yeah, we're still learning. But I'm going to
I am.
definitely going to keep it going with what we're doing here, and I can't wait to see like what comes out of it. Okay, because we have so many things that happen to us in a day-to-day life that we don't really think about until we do think about it. Like Angel got a hold of me today, and I know it's not something I'm going to put out there because that's something that happened to you, but somebody close to her had, passed, and she was feeling down, and she went to try to go and get some alcohol. You know how it is. That's what I would do too. And hey, she came across, medical marijuana, from her father, and I do believe that it it was a gift. It was a gift from the ethereal saying that she you're good. You're good. You're being looked after and watched over, Angel. You are.
I believe it.
You
It
know
was
you.
been a very strange week in all a good way, and many great blessings come out of it. And yes, today I went for see, it's legal here,
Oh yeah, it's legal
recreational.
here too. I've got my medical card. I'm retired
Well,
from the
I
army.
don't. It's
So.
all, this is
Well, it's legal
recreational.
there. It's
So,
recreation. But anyway,
uh,
yeah. Anyway, so but it was a gift, wasn't it? Like it
just,
was it was just
yeah,
something.
just walked outside and looked down, and there was 3 joints in a pack, just laying there. Been ran over a couple times, but hey, picked it up and it was good for me.
Well, you can
I
you
lost
can
my
unmute,
father
lady
2 years
lady
ago
Daniel.
today, and he's been an angel watching over me this week.
Yep. Whenever you're ready,
Hello, lady.
lady Daniel, you can unmute. Yep. There you
Hi.
go. Hey,
Yes.
so how are you doing tonight?
It's been quite a up and down type of day. It's like
Thank
up,
you,
down, up.
Austin.
And thanks for the meditation session.
Oh, you're
It
very
kind of
welcome. Was that okay? How I did that?
No, it was
yeah,
great, Tony.
It needs
it
to be
was
a little
great.
longer though.
Mm. Yeah, because it's nice if you go kind of like introduce people in,
Hmm.
and then you kind of like stop speaking for a while so that people can really go into it.
Yeah.
And then as you're wanting to finish, then you start talking again and bring people out of meditation. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean we'll get
That's
better at it weekly. This
good.
will be a weekly thing that we get better at every week. That's why we're here.
Yeah, it's because um, most of the meditation that I do is just like on my own without somebody talking, you know.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
But I
Good.
like that though. We found that on this that we can actually use like the music and everything in the background. So
Hmm.
I was like, oh, I can do a meditation session. So
Yeah,
yeah.
because yeah, I've been really down. Discovering all the different people who've blocked me on X for
Ugh.
hell knows what. I know some people have done it because they don't understand me and they think I'm this bad person. Um, I personally have, when I had blocked people for reasons, usually people that have sent me like direct messages that were like poking on my childhood trauma and things like that. So that was like a
See, so
legitimate reason. Yeah.
people have done that to Angel as well too. People in her own family have done that. So
Oh
that's
no.
why she kind of feels bad today because of her father passing today. It's
Uh,
kind of a touchy day for her. That's why she really did want to do that meditation too.
mm, sorry, that's just.
Oh no, you're fine. It was a weird sound.
Yeah, it was. It's from the news thing.
Oh, okay.
Uh, it's got to the point where the news is so bad that I just don't want to hear it.
See, I told you, and I stopped watching the news for 2 weeks, and I feel great. Like,
I haven't watched the news since the election.
see,
Mm,
I don't watch, and I was a news fanatic. It's very
yeah.
depressive. Nothing There's
Mm,
nothing positive. It's all negative.
yeah. Yeah.
And I'm not into politics. That's all you see.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I've still got this thing going in case that it's something that could affect my area, where I am. That's why I'm still kind of like paying for the app, the subscription, even though I don't really go because I used to really look for news for them and then give them some news. It got to the point that I just couldn't take it anymore. I just everything was just
yeah,
terrible, terrible. People harming each other, people killing each other. It's
it's all over
It's a
the
unbelievable.
terrible
world though
world.
too.
Mm-hmm. So, and that's why I say thank you very much for the meditation because it's kind of like got me fixed up spiritually, you know.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Yes.
Yep,
So I'm
actually.
back. Smiles are back. Smiles are back, and
Oh yeah,
yeah.
and I had a big smile on my face today too because
Mm.
I found a picture of the ET embassy that
Oh,
was
lovely.
that's going to be built, and I just wanted to show everybody. Yep, here it is. I got it on the screen here. Hold on one second. Um, just to show everybody what we were talking about last time. This is what we actually were talking about last time. This is the ET embassy that is going to be built.
Yeah, I can just make it enlarge it so that get my video down at the bottom so you can make
Yep. Give me
space for
1
it.
second, please, and then I'll do. Yeah, 1 second. I'll do 2 and share just like that. Oh, hold on. I can do something better than this. But yeah, let me edit this for a second. I'll put you below. But yeah, so this is the embassy here. The embassy that will be actually built here in the next coming years, I do believe. Just getting her below here real quick.
Apparently, they're still trying to find.
I can't understand how to comment.
Go to your comments, not in the private chat, Angel. Go to the comments
Yeah,
section at the
I'm
top.
trying.
And you'll...
I can't bring up a bar to comment anything.
Yeah, I'm not sure then. You should be able to.
I see Austin commenting here, and I wanted to comment back.
Oh, hold on.
I wanted to tell Lady welcome.
Now I need to update it one more time, make it bigger. All right, there we go. Make it big. Big, big, big. So we're going to show you the embassy real quick here and what it actually looks like and everything. Okay, there we go. All right, so let me make it smaller here so people can see it. All right. Can you see that?
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
It does. It looks wonderful. And I'm going to zoom in on each part for you. So we've got the beginning. We've got the entrance and the south entrance with the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
It goes into the welcoming room, which will be this right here, I'm guessing.
They've got the yeah, that will be the I think that's where the Earth people come in.
Yes, we come in through here, and then
yeah.
they're coming through this way.
Yeah, they're coming to there. Yeah.
So yeah, this is how it's going to be built here, and let me zoom in here. We've got the entrance, which will be here.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the welcoming room right here.
Yes.
Then you have an aseptic chamber, which is a very good chamber. That is actually, okay, that is, if I'm not mistaken, that's a clean room, is it not? Where they disinfect. An aseptic chamber? Is that a disinfectant chamber?
Yeah, and it's I think
they
on their side
doors off, and they will, like, it's a gas or something that's not hazardous to you. It detox you, so you go in, so you don't have any viruses to the alien or to the star family,
to the Elohim Star Nation.
Yes.
Star family.
So we don't transfer anything to them, and they don't transfer anything to us.
Yeah.
Okay. Then
and they've also got an airlock on their side because they would have a different atmosphere as well.
Yes.
So they would have to put their breathing apparatus to get into the discussion room.
Yes, and it says here that, okay, so we are now at the aseptic chamber. That's this here.
Mm-hmm.
Then we move into the conference room. That is here.
That's it, discussion room.
Conference room, and that is 21 seats. All right, we'll be in here. And then after that, we have a circular access to and it's going to have a patio garden on the inside in the center here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, beautiful. Then, all right, so we got circular access to the apartments. That would be this.
Yes.
And then
the one side of the apartment is for the Earth people.
Yes.
And on the other side is the off-worlders.
Yes. And then I'm guessing they probably have airlock.
Yeah.
Something for both of us or something to go back and forth. It says, well, let's see here. We can read it here. 4 stair access to the roof. So you have stair accesses, 4 of them to the roof. 2 accesses for dining and conferences at a floor level. Okay. Then you have 2 exits, east and west, and a floor level exit. So I'm guessing probably you could probably exit through here too, like
Yeah,
if you really
you could
needed
probably
to.
when it opens there, you can go to the swimming pool as well.
Oh, I see over here where it opens.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Look at that. That is so cool. Look, then there's the other one over here too. That opens up over here. Wow, that is really beautiful. Then, all right, then we have let me see here. We have, oh gosh, we got so much stuff here. We got access to dining, exits, apartments, floor level and residential area. And it looks like on the other side is going to be another entrance or another, maybe an exit, maybe, or something, maybe a meeting area over here.
Mm-hmm.
But that's beautiful too. That over there.
I think that's also for like the press to get in as well.
Okay, helicopters,
Yeah, most probably.
like helicopter pad, maybe or something.
Or vans, media vans.
But that is beautiful, and
It is. It is.
that is what we've been talking about on this this podcast here. The last one was the ET Embassy, and and if you would like, anybody can look at this. It's etembassy.org. They hold the rights to this. I don't have any rights to this at all. I'm just showing this so that you guys can be aware that there is beautiful things happening all over the world. You need to look. You need to look and see actually what's happening, and it's beautiful. It really is.
So have you been to the website, because it gives you like a 3D walkthrough?
I have been to the website, but I haven't done the 3D walkthrough yet. I've just done,
Okay.
just reading, and then I saw that picture. I was like, I have to show that on
Yeah,
tonight's
because
podcast.
when I went, the first place I went to when I visited the site was the 11 bedrooms, so I could see where all my staff family could reside.
Yes.
So,
So we're not sure where it's going to be at, though, right? Not yet. You're not sure as far as building
the
wise.
location, no, not at the moment yet.
Okay.
Yeah, they're still trying to find on the Alliance website. They've got the you hear that they're making like a documentary, and the whole purpose of that documentary is to motivate world leaders of countries and nations to kind of like alert them on it, and also get the public involved.
Okay. Do you
So
know
the
if they've
public's
been in contact yet with NATO? And I'm sure they have.
I don't know, honestly.
Okay.
See, I'm just a member, so I don't really know all the happenings. Although I do
know I have
feel
been
that
in
it kind
communication
of
with
stuck.
them, like back and forth. So I'm just like trying to get a date down when because their time zone, like by the time we come on at 8, it's like 1 or 2 in the morning their time, and they're like, well, it's 2 in the morning our time. We'd have to find somebody in Pennsylvania to come on. And I mean, they do want to come on the podcast. They have to find the time to do it, or a representative in my time zone to talk on the podcast. So as soon as I can, I will have them in here, but I just have to wait until we knock down a time and everything. Hopefully next week. Hopefully on Saturday.
Yeah. I'm so excited with this embassy. I'm hoping. I'm trying to save up so I can. I know there is a Australian group meeting in Newcastle in 6 months' time, and that might there I can actually just talk about getting prepared to go to Okinawa,
Okay.
Okinawa, and then I can talk to Rail about the embassy and all that.
Yeah, that's who I'm talking to now, is Rael. Yep.
Yeah,
I'm
you're also
in,
chatting with him.
yep. I'm in
He's very friendly. He's very
He,
friendly and loving.
he must have like the biggest heart and the biggest, like, I don't know, like, this guy is wonderful. Like,
He is.
I don't think he has a negative bone in his entire body. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I've been talking to him. We're just going back and forth because he said if I'm on at 7 o'clock, then he said it was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning his time. So he's like, well, we just got to find somebody in your time zone that can talk about, represent us, completely, on the podcast. But I am glad that you're here, Lady
Thank
Daniel.
you.
I am glad
Yeah,
that
because
you're here.
I thought I'd come to where you're going because it kind of like it is more people in, so more there's more chit chat and it actually livens up the show.
Yeah.
Than just having two people.
Well, let me share something here then, since we want to share some stuff here. All right. So usually in the show, at the end of the show, all the shows, we'll get to like share some pretty cool items that I think are cool and that I think everybody should, I don't know, just take a look at it. This one, I'm actually going to show a video actually. This is a buddy of mine sent me this video, okay? And it's on his property and he says, "Hey, Jason, what is this?" He goes, "What is this that is doing this?" And I said, I know exactly what that is. So that drone there, if you see, I'm gonna pause it.
Mm-hmm.
It's scanning, but
Yes.
that doesn't know. All right, everybody says to me that it's a normal drone and it's just scanning. It's one of those drones from the U.S. Geological Society, okay, doing scans of the ground, right? However, Lady Daniel, I got a question for you. You got your degree and everything. Here we go. Here's a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
If you're scanning with a drone just like this, would that scanner be a straight line across that waves, or would it be curved like that? If you're scanning normally with a regular scanner and you go across, you're taking your thing and you're going down, you're scanning, would it be straight or would it be curved like this? You see how it curves?
Yes, I see
How it
that.
has a curve in it, right?
First time I've seen it curved because normally videos where I've seen drone scanning, it's been like straight line.
Yes. So what I'm asking is, if a regular drone is a straight line, then this might not be a regular drone.
Or it could be an update, an upgraded type of scanner.
Could be.
Where they've found that it might have been more efficient to scan it this way.
Could it be scanning the water maybe, and that's the waves are taking the scanner, like it's distorting the laser to make it look like it's actually a straight line, but it's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it could be refracting another.
There you go, refraction. That's what I'm talking about. Yep. So when it comes through, but like you could definitely tell that this thing is is scanning.
Yes.
You know. But see, it has a straight beam. That's why I was like, okay. I didn't realize that straight beams would cause this.
Refraction. Yeah.
That much refraction. Like, that's a lot. That's all the way back here. That's a lot of refraction. But I don't know. I could be wrong because of the fact that it could be refraction if it's like the distance. What is the distance here? You know, it could be a long distance, and that's why the light, it takes a while to get, around. So maybe I am, but that was just one that I saw that I just wanted to bring up and show people, that drones are out there. They're scanning, whether they're ours or whether they're somebody else's, they are out there. They're that was just from a friend of mine out in New Jersey.
What I did find fascinating from my experiences is when I had encountered of the two motherships. One was when I was outside of my zoology, just before my zoology exam. It was a huge mothership. It reminds me, I don't know if you've watched Aliens versus Predators. It's like it's snowing and you just see the ship with all the lights.
Yeah.
It was like that experience. Like, so when I watched that
wow.
movie, I was like, when that part of the movie, I was like, I got goosebumps because it rolled me back in time to that moment when I saw the mothership.
Oh,
and
wow.
it scanned me with a green laser. And also before my other one scared me, but the laser wasn't like a bold green like what you see in this video. It's more like a bluey green color. Like it's green, but it's more on the light blue spectrum.
Oh, wow.
And I feel that maybe that might be a way to tell whether the laser is from an extraterrestrial craft than a human built one. There could be a possible key to look at.
Yeah, could be. I mean, I've heard of the ships because a friend of mine actually had one come down. Well, not come down, but he was in let me think, Las Vegas and he said that he went out to the desert, or not the desert. He was in his house, and a friend of his came over, and this craft actually appeared right outside of their house, like full blown. What was it? It was like he said it was like a football field in length, and it just appeared out of nowhere, and it showed like, I don't know, him and his friend said that they could feel that there were different entities on the ship that were like trying to communicate with them, saying, hey, we're here, we're peaceful, if you want to communicate with us, you can't be here, but go in the desert over here and communicate with us. And they did. And I mean, you never know what's going to happen. You never know. I mean, you will have the best experience of your life, and I've experienced it myself. It's pure joy. It is. There's nothing like it in the world. There's no feeling like it in the world. You're just there. That's all I can explain. There's no feelings involved. It's just knowingness. I guess putting it like that. That make any sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm waiting. My head coach got back with me. She's like, yeah, my internet really, really stinks here where I'm at. She's trying to get better internet connection, and she's going to come back on. So, but I know we talked about the tardigrade last time too.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got another video of one that we took in the MUFON lab over in Missouri of a tardigrade that was, I love these things too.
Their common name is called water bears.
Yes, water bear. Yep. Yeah, I like these little things.
They're cute.
Yeah, they're real cute. But yeah, it just goes around in circles and stuff here. Like, she's trying to see if it's going to multiply or something. She wants 2 of them in the scope, but it's not going to. She's like, I want you to multiply, but it's not. It just moves around a little bit, but I just thought it was neat, that, water bears are so cool. They can, tardigrades, they can live anywhere, ocean, space. They can even, yes, people, they can
on
live
the moon.
On the moon. They can travel through space on asteroids, and they'll be asleep the whole way. And then once they hit a planet with any kind of life, they're alive. All right, let's see here. And also, so the one time also, now I did get a case that, now this is probably my scariest case that I actually investigated with MUFON. So we were at a site that I'm going to bring up here. Hold on. We were at a site, and here we go. We were at a site, and first let me take you back. So the witness called me and said, you need to get over to my house right now. And I said, okay, you do realize that it is like, I don't know, like 2 o'clock in the morning, and you're like 45 minutes away. He's like, you need to get to my house now. I said, okay, all right. I'm on my way. I get to this guy's house in Catawissa, Pennsylvania. Okay. This is Catawissa, Pennsylvania. This is the road right before there is a small downgrade here and a little bit of water behind here, a little stream behind here. Okay. And then here it goes up into the mountain area right here. And there's a big mountain there with grassy area and like a lot of trees galore. Okay. So we go to this area, and this guy comes out and he says, I'm at his house, and he goes, all right, well, it's over there. And I said, okay, well, can you show me? He said, no. He goes, he points, he goes, it's over there. I'm like, okay. So being me, I had all my equipment with me, EMF meter, radiation meter, all this stuff going at once. And we got readings. We got big readings. Like, I couldn't believe readings on the EMF reader, plus a radio frequency that, now, if you could see, there's nothing in this picture. There's no telephone poles. There is a line, okay? This line that goes up here, right above this, okay? This line right here. That's a telephone line. So, and it's not a high-powered telephone line. It's a normal telephone line. So, you have the telephone line here. The guy takes a picture and runs for his life, because he says that this thing snarled at him like a wolf. After he took this picture and he gave it to me, I was even almost afraid to go in this area, because this is what he captured. And there is nothing there in that area to make that light source. There's no camera. There's no reflection thing out there. There's no mirror. There's no pole. There's no nothing. So whatever this is came out of this And you can see it has a tail. It has defining back legs that are coming out with the tail and the other back leg behind it. It's a wolf. So tell me, well, not a wolf, but tell me. And then we see this at the top of the hill in the picture. And we say, well, that's interesting. Now I have a question, Lady Daniel. Here's my question. If a star brother was forcibly captured by the military or anybody, would they send something as reconnaissance to find out where their star brother was? Like recon. Just saying. It might not be there to hurt them. This thing might have been there just to come out and say, all right, well, I have a mission. I need to find out where my star brother is and report back. You know, that's the mission. I don't know. What is your feelings on that? I think you're still muted, but.
Sorry.
All right, go ahead.
I was,
what's your feelings on that? Seriously, because I saw this picture. I saw the UFO. I got the EMF readings, which I'll show you guys after this. I'm in the exact location that this thing appeared, taking EMF readings, and I'm getting a radio frequency signal and an EMF signal in that exact spot.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Like, I was wondering if Star Brother got captured forcibly, and now they're like, hey, where is he? Where are they? You know, would they send reconnaissance just to see where they were?
Possibly.
Is that
yeah.
Maybe. Like,
it makes sense. It makes sense.
It does. Which now,
it's like a Star Trek episode.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what though? Like, I'm gonna bring up the EMF that I took on this area. Let me get it up here. Trying to find it on my screen now. There it is. All right. Yeah, so when I went to the area, this was my reading on the EMF meter. Let me see if I can zoom in here. Oh, there it is.
So what was the time difference between the event and your reading?
Time difference was would have been like maybe an hour and a half.
Okay.
Hour and a half after. It was just starting to get, the sun was just starting to come up. So it was like probably in this picture, it was just starting to come up. So hold on, let me bring it over here. So as you can see, right there, I have a high signal on the EMF and a EF, electromagnetic or electro frequency. My bad. EMF is not coming up with anything big. EF is huge. and the radio frequency in the middle of the woods with nothing around me, and my phone is on airplane mode. So I took all the precautions, but I don't know. That's exactly the spot that it happened at. And I don't know. I tried to put 2 and 2 together, and I was like, wow, like I've got the EMF and I've got a radio frequency. Like, could it be that this thing is still left in the area and I'm detecting this? Like, just the frequency, just the radio frequency, because I can't see it. You know, that's when I hightailed it out of there. I was like, I'm sorry, but that thing, and I don't want to call it a thing because it's not a thing, because it's a beautiful being. You just, I don't know, some people, if you're sitting there and maybe that's why they're so like mysterious too, because I don't know, if an alien being would pop into the living room of my house, I'd be like, hey, sit down, let's have some coffee, and talk or whatever. But most people will be like, and like run out the door. If a praying mantis, 8 foot tall,
or a spider.
Or spider. Oh yeah, I've heard that before.
It's like there's a movie about it where this Adam Sandler guy, he's an astronaut on the station, and he befriends a spider being. So.
Yep, I seen a little bit of that, but it was like, I don't know. I love the movies, but they got to get the stuff from somewhere. Like I said, if everybody looks at Close Encounters of the Third Kind and look on the very end of that movie, and you will see J. Allen Hynek, director of Blue Book, in Steven Spielberg's movie at the very end, because Steven Spielberg, he knows where to get his information from. They come to him. Like, he's the man when it comes to those kind of movies, But you don't want him scary, which I did hear he has another movie coming out soon. I'm not sure exactly what it's called. Something about disclosure, though. I've been hearing something.
I think the title of the movie is called Disclosure itself.
Yes.
So because there's been a joke going around saying, we're not going to get disclosure, but we're going to get the movie instead.
Yep. I heard that, but I'm very excited to see that, though, just to see what he comes up with, because either it's going to be based off of information and fact, or it's going to be a fantasy showcase. That's all I see it. Either you're going to tell us that this is Disney's take on disclosure, and you're going to come out with stuff like, oh, yeah, I had this happen to me, or this, or this. I'd be okay with that. Walt Disney coming out and saying, hey, this tape back here that we played 20 years ago says Walt Disney had a ET experience or whatever. You never know. Maybe they did. Maybe they found some old tape somewhere that, he was on saying that he saw something. I don't know. But it just, I love it when it comes to stuff like the ET Embassy. Like, and I really don't like ET. Like, they got to change ET and change it to Star.
Elohim, like also on the Iranian site, they say Elohim Embassy.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
See, that's what they need. They just need, or just put, or just Galactic Embassy. That's it.
True, because I'm kind of neutral with the word extraterrestrial. I sometimes put ET as well to shorten things when I'm trying to explain things. Because sometimes when you say Elohim / Star Nation, it's like da 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 da. You're typing and then you want to be short, so I just put an ET. I don't like the word alien though. I found that a bit more worse than ET, because ET I find is neutral because you get extraterrestrials, and then people who are living on this planet are actually called terrestrials. So that's why it's kind
Where
of neutral.
where was where were they planning? Because Austin's asking in here. Where were they planning to have it at? The ET embassy. I hate the ET embassy. What where were they planning to have that at?
The original place
Yeah, the
that they
original
were going
place.
to. Yeah, it was supposed to be in Israel, Palestine.
Israel, Palestine. Okay. And
Yeah.
now where are they trying to have it? Isn't there an island or something?
There's so many different other little places where there's some people say they want it in Sweden. There's some people that say they want it on the island. Then some people want it some place in Africa.
Remember, Sweden's no longer neutral. They're in the UN now.
Mm-hmm.
I just had to bring that up because you know what? Everybody's neutral until Russia knocks on your door, I guess. And then Sweden goes, well, I might be surrounded by all these powerful countries, but if Russia goes to war with NATO, I'm in the middle. So they went and
crazy.
They joined. Which okay, you know, they want more backing, whatever, but I would have stayed neutral. I'm sorry.
Well, I feel this war really needs to stop. Really, it needs to stop.
Yeah, there's excuse me. There's too many wars going on right now. And that's lowering our vibrational peace that we feel as a species. If you get, which has been a scientific fact, that you get 10,000 people in a city to meditate at the same time and meditate peaceful thoughts out to everyone, the crime rate drops in that city significantly over the next months. Why is that? Because your energy, your positive energy, has a reaction against everything around you. You come out and it's just like you're with your wife, your spouse, your significant other, and you're in an argument. That is feelings, and that is like there's a negative feelings, but those are still, you know, feelings that come up. Those kind of feelings, though, you have to try to control, and you have to mitigate, and that's what I try to do here too. Like, it's also not about anybody here. Like I said, can have their feelings on anything. I'll bring up somebody on that doesn't care about any of this and thinks that this stuff is total BS. You know, I'll bring somebody up like that. It doesn't matter because hey, they got an opinion too. They can say, I don't like whatever you're doing. Okay, cool. You don't like it, but you know, I'm not there to, you know, have your opinion. You know, I'm there to grow the community, and that's peace, love. And light. Peace, love, and
happiness.
Light.
And happiness.
Yes. Peace, happiness, love, light. It's all the positive energies that help with everything going around the world as well too. You've got too many things going on in the world. You've got too many things bad that's going on in the world. Like I said, I haven't watched the news in 2 weeks. I feel amazing. I feel great because yes, I'm still connected to the news. I talk to my friends and I heard this happened. And if it's something that is not like positive to me, I'll hear it, but I won't keep it. And you can do that, guys. You can hear it. You can hear other people's thoughts, other people's feelings. You don't have to keep them inside. You don't have to keep and bottle them up. And that way you lash out You need to release that in a positive, more energetic way, like going for a hike, going outdoors, spending time in nature, spending time with your significant other, your family, your friends, your loved ones. Let it be known that you need to have that special connection with someone, anyone, because it does help. It does help. And if you do not have a significant other and you do need a connection, you can always come here. We're always here, always listening. We won't judge. It doesn't matter what you bring to the table. Your voice matters. Everybody's voice matters. But now I'm off my soapbox, so let's 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 see here. I was going to show something else here as well. Now also when we go into the field and everything, we also do like radiation meter tests, but also anybody who sends pictures or videos or anything, you can send them to me. I have a friend of mine who does video analysis on stuff, and I'm going to show one of his up here. So I can find it here. All right. So this this is what we see usually, not usually, but I'm just saying this is my buddy did this one here. All right, as far as what we do when we get the pictures and everything in, he runs it through an artificial intelligence program, and once the artificial intelligence program picks it up, and he runs it through afterwards as well and double checks the work. But the program will pick up and it'll determine whether or not the object and what the object is or what it is determined to be. So this one is, determined to be, that's what the object was in the picture. And it was determined to be that it was probably more than likely a drone. Just so you guys know that, and not all things are drones. Not saying everything is a drone, because we do have other ones that are anomalous that we get all the time as well, like this one here. The background noise of this one is consistent with the perimeter of the anomaly, which means there's no structure around the anomaly. So what is creating this light if there's no structure? This is what we would call a classic orb, or orb-like, or an egg-like structure. It could be an egg or it could be an orb, depending on how you're looking at it. But that's one of the things that we found as far as when we go through all of these, and I'll bring up another one here too. Now, we go through extensive areas, and we double check and triple check everything. Here, we determined in this picture, which that was the initial picture here. And there's a blown up. We determined that, and also here. Now, there wasn't enough detail to make a firm conclusion, but believes it was Venus. Now, it could have been. But he's going to label it as unknown because there's not enough detail to reach any objective conclusion. So yes, we still run through the normal proceedings, but we always will go with and double check our work just to make sure that we're looking at what we're looking at. So I want to bring that up, but Let's see. And then
this is what an orb would look like. It's just a grok render. What I've done with it.
oh
With plasma
yeah,
on.
and
You see, it looks like an eye looking at you.
yep. And I've got here. Let me bring one up too that I found. This one here. This is the one that I photographed.
Oh yeah, you can see it slightly turned at an angle.
Yeah, but you
when
see,
it's
it has like
moving.
some kind of like field
Mhm.
around it because you can see the orb is in the middle,
Mhm.
but then it has some kind of like distortion field around it.
It's the gravity waves reflecting the light.
Yep, that's what it is. Yep. And you would think, now people are like, oh, that was a drone, dude. And I'm like, no, because if a drone goes up there and this is not pitch black, it's not nighttime yet. It's just starting to get nighttime. And the sun is going down, and this is where the sun is going down. Over here. Okay? So if it's going down this horizon over here, you would think that this would be illuminated, and it's not. It's black. Solid black.
Almost like that, almost roughly.
Yeah, exactly. So it looks like that when the sun's rays hit it, that section of it turned like a blackish color
Shadow.
in the rays. Or in the gravitational rays or waves or whatever that was coming off. So, and this is another one. I wanted to show this one so bad last time, and I finally found it. So, I don't know if this is real or not. I just know this guy sent it to me, and I was trying to validate it, and I'm still trying to validate it. And I want to go out to his property, and I said, if this is real, let me come out to your property and do a proper investigation if it is. And I'm still waiting to hear back. So if I don't hear back, I'm going to delete this video because it's probably fake. And I don't like, I mean, fake videos are great to look at, but I don't want to show fake videos online. I want to show real videos. You know what I mean? So this is what the guy sent me. I don't know. I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle. I don't know whether or not I believe him or not.
I've seen that one doing the rounds.
But do you see, though, that it's not, this isn't added to the video because the tree is right there. And you can see that this is behind the tree. So that's behind the tree. So if he's doing it artificial intelligence, this has got to be a damn good fake. Because he made that appear behind these trees. And he's moving. You could see the trees. Like, the tree, like, I don't know. And you can hear, like, the little buzzing in the back. Little buzz.
I honestly don't know. I've never seen anything like that before. I've seen I've seen sort of like a wormhole before, but not that. It was in the back garden of my Earth parents' house, and it was like an airlock sucking all the air out into space. And when I could see down through the wormhole, you could just see the stars outside. And
I got that from him, and I said, "Is this real, or are you BSing
I'm
me?"
going to take it as an AI render.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take it as a 10% that I believe it, and 90 that it's AI.
See, I haven't met the person, and I don't know the
Talk to 'em.
person. So if it was somebody that I know and I trusted them, my perspective would have been probably a little bit.
Well, see, I don't know whether or not I can trust him yet, because I've talked to him, but
Mhm.
I'm waiting for him to let me come on his property and do a proper investigation. Bring my
Okay.
my EMF meter,
Uh,
bring my radiation meter. I want to see if this is an actual portal that's going to be giving something off.
Reminds me of the Golden Compass type the TV series.
Kind of, but it's like, oh, like when he's moving around and he's like, Jason, just take a look at the video. It's not artificial intelligence. I said, dude. And he said, just take a look. And I kept looking at it. And I'm like, he's moving, and the tree, you can see the branches, like, of the
What he could
trees
have
that are there.
what he could have done is perhaps it would probably be better if he filmed and walked around
Walk
360
around it.
degrees.
Yeah.
Yes, and filming as he walked around. That would have
Yeah.
been more validating.
Yes, it would be, because then you'd see all the details everywhere.
All around, the whole angle.
Yeah. No, I should tell him to do that too. I should tell him. No, but if that's real, I got to go up there and investigate. But also, like, we found, like, when we moved into my our new property and everything, and we're going to be moving again here shortly, but I'm taking this with me. But I found this.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, I found a sigil in my yard.
In your yard.
In my yard.
Was this on the rock or the concrete?
This is on a rock that is in my garage. And I didn't know what it was at first. And I was like, that is incredibly symmetrical, because now I'm looking at it and it's got 3 pyramids. It's a 3 pyramidal type of sigil. But yeah, I never found out what it meant yet. I'm just, just sharing stuff on the screen. There's so many things out there. Like,
so where'd you find the rock?
The rock was found actually when I was funny story. Okay. So I'm out in the woods and by myself. Well, not by myself. I'm with a buddy of mine. We're camping and we're having a good time, right? And all throughout this camping trip, we were helping every animal known to man. Something was happening, okay? We first got there. We went to New Jersey to Jenny Jump State Forest, National Park, actually. Jenny Jump National Park. And we got there and we just started coming into the park. And I see on the left side of me, I'm like, oh my God, there's a huge turtle on the road. And it looks like its shell is a little broken.
Mm-hmm.
I slam on my brakes. I'm like, all right, slam on my brakes. And I went over to the side of the road and picked up the turtle, put him to the side, put him back in the stream. Then we get over to the park, and this duckling, like, there's how you have the park is there's two. The lake is split in two. So you have a walkway. It's only like real short, and you have the lake on either side of you, and the walkway goes right down the middle to the other side. So we're sitting there, and I'm crossing, and we look to our right, and these big swans, two of them. Well, I thought there was two, male, female, right there, and they were mad, real mad. Did not want us coming down that way, crossing anything in their path. And I was like, why are they being so territorial? You know? So I backed up and I looked down. I was sure as SHIT. I sat there and I looked down and I see one of their ducklings is caught in a fishing line. Now, I do not think at this point that this swan, male and female, are going to let me get anywhere near them because they're going to attack me. That's what I'm thinking. I got down on my knees. That swan got up and the male was bigger than me at this point, and he was over top me. And he let me go. He didn't attack me. I got lower than him. I went very slowly over to the baby, and I helped the baby out of the fishing line. Let the baby go. I was still on my knees at this point. That big goose, that big swan, like, oh my God, like standing over top of me. I'm thinking, oh my God, if I make one wrong little move and this little swan here, it yelps or it does anything, oh, I'm done. And I'm real slowly taking it off, and I just let it down. I'm like, oh my God, I'm okay. It didn't attack me. Slowly go on my knees on the other. I didn't even get up on my feet yet. I was still on my knees. I walked on my knees for about 100 feet in front of this swan. And then I turned back around and he was still there. I'm like, oh my God, thank you. Thank you for letting me do that, for letting me help you. And I got up and I walked to the other side. And then my friend, he was able to walk all the way across. They left him alone. Didn't do anything. We walked right past that baby every time. Didn't do anything to us. And then we went and we camped. And the next day, we saw this flower. And I'm talking like it was the most gorgeous flower you have ever seen. I'm going to bring up a picture the next time. It's a mountain lily, and it was purple, like a lighter purple, and it had like maybe 10 or 12 leaves off of it, and it was so beautiful. And there was only one of them, and it was by this stream, where everybody's running back and forth and trampling, and I'm like, oh my God, so I unplanted or whatever, and I planted it up by the shoreline. And that night, I don't know what happened. We heard rustling or something, and we had left. Well, my buddy had left the food in the cooler out of the tent. So we didn't know if it was a bear or whatever out there. And we were like, well, and I looked at him and I said, oh no, this is your fault. I said, you've got breakfast in the morning if we wake up and we don't have anything in that cooler, dude. He said, okay. Well, we woke up in the morning. Cooler's still there. What? Open it up. All of our fruit is missing. None of the meat, just the fruit, all the apples, all the pears, and all my plums. And they were all missing. But you know what was in its spot? That rock. And I thought to myself, that's a payment from a Bigfoot. And that's how I got the rock. But yeah, it was a interesting weekend. Very interesting. Did some
It's a nice,
investigating. Oh, you're
nice
good.
story. Nice
Oh
story.
yeah, and you know, the last part of it, you know, was even better because, you know, we had a deer, a fawn, and we were leaving. I dropped him off at his house in Philadelphia. I was coming back up to my house, and I'm coming around a turn, and there's a baby deer on the side of the road. It broke its leg, or it got hit or something, but just the leg was broken. You know, the car slams on its brakes, pulls up behind me. I had that guy lift the deer up, and we put a like a stent, stilts or whatever, sticks on its leg, tied it up real tight. The deer started walking off. You know, that's just me, but that's what happened to us. You know, that's what happened to us out there. You know, all those beautiful things happened, and then I lost all my fruit, but I gained, I think, a friend. I think.
Possibly. And at least you will know that if you ever go out in that region again, and you know that you might be protected from a bear or a wolf or something.
Possibly. It's a great area. It really is. It's right next to the Pine Barrens in New Jersey. That's probably why we're the Jenny Jump National Forest is like literally right off of the Pine Barrens. So you got hundreds of thousands of acres out there that's unexplored. But this guy also sent me, well, not this guy, but we'll say another person also sent me this. Real or fake? I don't know.
It's rather blurry, though.
It is blurry, which is why I thought it might have been a child doing it too, with like some kind of black sunglasses.
Deal
You know
with
what I
it.
mean? You know what I mean? Like some kind of black sunglasses. That's what it looks like, something like that. But I don't know. I don't know. Guy said he got this on his construction camera in his house, his new house that he's building. Let me see here. And this is another reading that was taken when we were out there in the same area. See, you can tell right here, I do not have my airplane mode on. because it will tell you. In the last picture, when I showed you the one of me holding it up, let me show that one again. It does not say mixed because, whoop, hold on. Let me get it down here. Or it does not say cell phone because of the fact that what the heck? Well, anyway. Oh, there it is. There we go. That says mixed. And then when you actually go to the one that's on the ground, because I'm so close to it, and I'm so close to it, what you're going to have here is, so it comes up on the screen here. There it is. What you'll have, if I get too close to it, you'll have Wi-Fi and phone, because it's detecting the signal from the Wi-Fi. So if ever you get into an area and you want to do investigating, always carry a radiation meter and an EMF meter. Because now, here's something that not very many people know. The Nuclear Regulatory Commission has a law, well, maybe a law, policy. The government has a policy with the Nuclear Regulatory Commission that if any vehicle is powered by nuclear power and they can detect that, it is seized as government property. Now, what you guys didn't know is, did you know that these UAPs all have neutrinos coming off of them? Neutrinos are a form of radiation from a nuclear detonation. However, not toxic. Not unless you're very close to the craft. Very close. Within its visible bubble, warp, bubble, whatever it would be around it. Say about 50 to 100 feet. So you stay out of that bubble and you're good. But you don't, things happen. You know, you get effects from that. Now, Jake Barber and all them, they say, we are going to make a group and we're going to show you on TV a UFO, right? Of course he will. But they will not be able to keep said UFO. Because according to the Nuclear Regulatory Commission, if it has neutrinos that they can detect coming off of it, that is immediately seized as government property and is top secret. Goes into a classified program because all nuclear power is under classified programs. You cannot go out. Yes, you can go to college and you can study nuclear power, but you can't go to college and learn how to make a nuclear weapon. There's a difference. So that's why they have that. The Nuclear Regulatory Commission has that law in place. That if there's any nuclear type device that they could scan or they could sense, or say I make something in my backyard that has neutrinos in it that isn't toxic to humans at all, and I make it and it's stable, but they pick it up on a sensor, guess what? It's not mine no more, it's the government's. They seize it immediately because it has neutrinos coming off of it, and that's radioactive. So Jake Barber, Yes, he will definitely be able to show you a UFO, UAP, egg, craft, land on the ground. But they're not going to be able to keep it because of that regulation from the Nuclear Regulatory Commission. Because it has neutrinos coming off of it, and they can detect it. So it's immediately classified. They can't have it. Feelings on that, Lady Daniel?
Sucks.
It does. I mean, he'll be able to show it to you, but they won't be able to keep it because of the fact of that law.
If I had it, I would go and fly away. I'll say bye bye, cruel world.
It's like you can study in college, how to. You can study in college nuclear stuff like I did, for the Army. But they didn't teach me how to make a fucking nuclear weapon. Or excuse my language. They didn't teach me to make a nuclear weapon. They taught me, when a nuclear weapon goes off, this is what will be detected. This is the blast radius. This is the wind, blah, 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 blah. I did all of that, in a simulation. And when you're sitting there and you're looking at it, it's not just alpha, beta, and gamma that come off of a blast. There's also a huge amount of neutrinos that come off of a blast. And neutrinos are also radioactive. Same thing with UAPs. If you have a neutrino detector in your house, which is extremely expensive right now, you would be able to detect every UFO that came into your area within 100 miles if you had that detector. But I'm guaranteeing you that detector, a neutrino detector, is probably classified by the government. Because you can just as easily use a neutrino detector to find deep underground military bases with nuclear missiles. You know what I mean? So that's classified. So it's like we run into the same circle all over again, Lady Daniel. Like, you talk about disclosure.
Mm-hmm.
You talk about wanting to show us a craft, but you're not telling us in the end that they're going to take it from you.
Yeah.
That's the truth. I mean, anybody here can look it up. Nuclear Regulatory Commission, they have a law it's either a law, state or federal law, that states that any power source that is powered by a nuclear power is government regulated. Because you have all power plants out there, right? But they're still regulated through the Nuclear Regulatory Commission. They still have people out there that come out and check and do checks and everything else on them. Like, let me see here. These are atmospheric sprites is what they're called. And now, all right, atmospheric spirit formation and the closely related topic of panspermia. Life exists throughout the universe, delivered to Earth. In the picture, sprites can be balls of light dropping down from plasma tubes, creating atmospheric sprites. It's an anti-hydrogen fusion wrapped in anti-helium liquid oxygen. Dang. So these right here are light sprites. And pretty much what they are is it's something from the cosmos coming into contact with the atmosphere, and the magnetic field of the Earth makes it so that you could see the spark or the spray as it's coming down and burning up. And now some of these, though, can contain life. There is a theory that there is one organism here on Earth that has never had to adapt to fit its environment. The octopus. The octopus has never had to evolve. It came here and it could make itself invisible in a chameleon. Like a chameleon. It's a rock now. It has 8 brains. 8 brains? 8, 9 brains? A lot of brains. And it could squeeze its brain or its body in through a pipe an inch thick. All 8 brains can fit and squeeze through an inch pipe. And it could wind up in your bathtub. Well, not really, but I'm just saying. It could do that. It never had to adapt to get here on Earth. So, the octopus, the squid. What do you think, Lady Daniel?
It is quite fascinating, but
it never had to evolve.
It never evolved, which kind of disproves the theory of evolution, because most of the organisms on this planet was designed and created by the Elohim.
And who knows if they didn't create this and send it down, asteroid, and it hit the ocean, and it was there. The octopus was there. You know? Because that's a basis too, panspermia. Because we could have started like that. It could have been. It could have also, but like I understand that like they started like they came down and they had adjusted our DNA. Let's just say that. They adjusted our DNA a little bit to help us with our hippocampus. Help us so that we can have, meaningful thought. So as soon as they came down, they did that. That's what I believe, that they came down and they adjusted us for meaningful thought. But by adjusting it, now we have meaningful thought. Now you have both the negative and the positive instead of just the positive. So I don't know.
No, I'm just laughing there because I farted.
Well, I'm glad you were on mute. No, I'm just kidding. Oh boy. That's all right. At least you were on mute. Nobody heard you. Well, they heard you now. Nobody heard you. Nobody heard you. You're good. Oh boy. Let's see here. What do we got here? Let's show another video here. So let me see what else I got here. Let me see what I got here. I got weird UFO over Mexico. All right. Let's see what we got here. Weird UFO in Mexico. Okay, well, that looks like a drone to me, first of all. It don't look like a...
It sure does. It looks like it's got like 2 bars where propellers might be.
Yeah, let me turn that off, the sound. Yeah, it looks like a drone, but this guy put it online as a UFO. But yeah, it does look like a drone. Let's fast forward here.
It's maybe because of the vague definition of UFO, meaning unidentified flying object.
Yeah, I never liked that term. Wait. There we go. Now we got a good picture. Yeah, right there at the end, it shows a good picture of it. Right there. Don't think I can zoom in anymore. It does it. I don't know. It depends on how long it was in the air. Because this guy only took probably a 2-minute video, so I would just have to say drone on that one for the most part. And then let's see here. We got one here. UFO being worked on at Area 51. Let's see. Huh. That's a good minute and a half. Usually, if you're gonna... No, that looks real. That definitely looks real.
Reminds me of like the.
There's no effing way. That's real.
Reminds me of Lost in Space, the UFOs in that movie where you have like a living quarters, a few bedrooms, and
wow, that was really neat. That was really neat. I didn't. Wow, I'm gonna take a look at that again to make sure that because some of these videos I vet before I even put them on here, and some of these videos that are just sent to me, I'm like, well, I'll show it, but I'm just gonna say that I'm not sure what it is. Better to say you don't know what it is than, say you do. Like I under what I have been told and everything else, okay. This photo here by Carlos Diaz in Mexico is not a UFO. A UFO does not have bolts. To hold the door in place.
How do you know if those are bolts and that's a door?
When it's because of the fact of being in the military and seeing the stuff that I did, I can tell you with about a 99% certainty that one right there is ours. And there's a bunch of different people that are going to be wondering this anyway, now that I brought it up. Yes, I have worked on different programs in the military when it came to different objects in very much high sensitive security. So this is my letter. And I tried to get permission to go ahead and say this on this podcast. However, as it states here, that the non-disclosure agreement that I signed is a lifelong obligation to protect national security. I'm not permitted to talk about any information that I was actually involved in the military, but I want to. So right now I have to go through the long process of DOPSA, which takes about 3 to 4 months. So as soon as that comes through, I plan on saying everything on this podcast that I was involved with, and then some. But you guys just got to bear with me until then. I have to, it is a process. It is a tedious process that everyone in the military has to go through, and it stinks. Now, I will, however, give you a little tidbit of information and even some coordinates to look up if you want to look it up yourself. There is a U.S. underground Space Force base in Pennsylvania. I bet no one knew that. Because it's an underground military dump site. If anybody wants to look it up, I'll present it right here on the screen. I have no problem when it comes to sharing information with my fellow podcasters on this beautiful podcast. So, you guys want to look it up? Right there it is. And in this location, you will see first, you will see military helicopters. Right there. 2 of them, side by side. They are Apache helicopters. Right here. I'll just draw a line around it. So those right there are Apache helicopters. Then here, where does this go? If you zoom in, it goes underground. There is a door there that leads into the underground facility. That's a ramp that goes down into the ground and leads into the facility. It's an underground military facility here in Pennsylvania. Like I said, I have to go through DOPSA for stuff that I've been through. But if I find stuff that's just out there in Google Earth and anybody can look it up, well, then I guess it's free game, right? So right there's the coordinates again. You guys can look it up yourself. Don't take my word for it. Look it up. That's exactly what that pinpoint is going to take you to. And like I said, as soon as you go to that pinpoint, you will see the helicopters. You will see the underground point that you go in. So, like I said, I have no problem showing anything on this podcast as long as it doesn't, jeopardize my family and, my livelihood here in my house. I want to be able to sleep at night, and being able to sleep at night means that I go to bed every night and I say a couple things every night, and I'm going to get to that. I go through every night, and afterwards, after my meditation, and actually before the meditation that I do, Usually I'll say, I release all energy that no longer serves me. I cleanse this space, remove its past, fill this space with joy, love, and light. And I honor the circle of life and the four directions. Bring me wisdom and growth, regenerate and transform myself and my space. Bring clarity and cleansing energy. Purify my emotions and guide my transition. I am grateful for health, abundance, life, and happiness. Bring strength and peace always. That's what I end myself with when I, not end, but when I begin. When I begin all my meditations, I do that, and I also have a smudge kit that comes with different items in it that you use, that I've used also in the Native American tradition. I also set up a puja table when we do
First Nations.
I'm sorry, First Nation. But I also set up the puja table, and the smudge kit usually comes with a shell, which you will use here to light your sweet grass and sage. You'll put it in here. You will take your eagle feather, and as it is smoking, you'll take the smoke and you'll say those words that I said before, and you will go all around yourself. But there's one thing that I remembered. They told me, after you're done cleansing yourself, you always turn clockwise one time and face the same direction that you were facing, because clockwise is the direction of the spirit soul, I believe, or the they did the ceremonies in the First Nation, how they did them. I believe so, Lady Daniel. Am I correct? It's clockwise.
I wouldn't know. I haven't performed the ceremony.
Okay, I will look that up for you guys, but I do believe it is clockwise, and that is the sacred way to do things in First Nation. But after you're done with that, and you're removing the negative space from the negative energies and around your space, then you can go ahead and you can perform anything you need to at that time. I'd also suggest that you have another it's really hard to light the sweetgrass and the sage, so it's good to have like a torch lighter with you, even though you don't smoke, just so that you can light the sweetgrass and actually have the incense and the smell, and the words will hit you more when you have that around you. But that's what I always do. Let's see. I'm going to show a couple more pictures here, and then we are going to go ahead and wrap up the second episode. So the third one we are going to do not for next week, but for Saturday. Let's see here. I have a bunch that we could do. Ascension of the Soul. We have an Ascended Master's Wisdom Guide, guided segment for higher understanding. Politics of Extraterrestrial Contact I have. Let me see here. Mantoid Race, Keepers of Light, Sound, and Creation. I have a whole, oh gosh, I probably have, well, how many pages is this? 60 pages on the Mantoid Race from my daughter, Ariana. Been in constant communication with her. Got a huge download. And I've been just writing ever since. I've got 70 pages on the Mantoid Race, or 80 pages. I've got the nature of consciousness, politics of extraterrestrial contact. I've got immaculate constellations, human survival projections. Like I said, the Ascended Masters Wisdom Guide, the communications with extraterrestrials, the art and science of proper meditation, and the ascension of the soul. So there's a lot of deep stuff, deep things that we can get into next week. And I'll put it out there. I'll do a poll on Facebook here in the next probably hour or two. Just what would everybody like to do on the podcast? What would everybody like to see? I know everybody wants a longer meditation. I'm going to work on that for next week. Next week we will have this one was about a half an hour. So I'm going to say next week it'll be around 45 to a 50-minute meditation session, almost an hour. We'll do next time. This time we were just getting into the feel for it and to see how it worked, how everybody felt about it. Other than that, there's only a couple things left to say here, and we can go ahead and we can start another episode next week, guys. But I was sitting here and I'm reading through some stuff. I just got this in the mail too. It was I got a whole packet on Bigfoot too from the government. Laboratory examinations from December 1976 from Bigfoot. So I'll show them on the screen here. It's pretty neat. I don't know. Let me zoom in. Woo. Yeah, so I thought this was pretty neat. Like, this is a government document about Bigfoot. 1976. Inquiries concerning the Bigfoot Information Center and exhibit. Oh, that's the guy who made the Bigfoot Museum. See, they were worried about him. So let's see what it says. Received your letter requesting an FBI analysis of 15 unidentified hairs. Okay. Submit to the laboratory, blah, blah, blah. Include available background, source of specimen. Okay, that's a normal jargon for a lab. Include where you got it, background. Let's see what else they say. Thank you for your letter. Writing again could possibly arrange for a comparative analysis of some hairs that we have been unable to identify. Okay. About 15 hairs. Okay. All right. Let me see here. Recognition at last. Oh, yeah, it's the engineering corps. Yep. Here we go. Federal Bureau of Investigation. All right. FBI. This institution conducts research. Oh, I didn't know the FBI conducted research on Bigfoot. I had no idea. Look at that.
It's like an episode of X-Files.
This could be an episode of X-Files, I guess. I'm looking at it right now and I'm like, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, August 26, 1976. And it states This institution conducts research on and into the Bigfoot phenomenon. Wow, I am writing them immediately after this with a Freedom of Information Act request because I want everything they got on Bigfoot. I'm doing that immediately after this, and everybody else should do the same thing that sees this. I want to see how many of us actually get denied. Because how can they really deny us if we give them this memo and say, you said you investigated it? So where's the research? Oh, let's do it, guys. All right, here we go. Let's see what it says. Please understand that our research here is serious. Oh, boy. That this is a serious question that needs answering, and that an examination of hair or the opposite by the FBI does not in any way, as far as we are concerned, suggest that the FBI is associated with our project or confirms any possibility of the existence of the creatures known as Bigfoot. Sincerely yours, the director. Well, that just means a cop-out. Like, as soon as they get those hairs and they say, oh my God, they're Bigfoot, they're going to send notice saying, oh, no, it's a known creature. They're human. They're bear. They're deer. And then they're going to hold back the information because they can't tell you. So let's see here. Dallas, Oregon. Reference made to your letter dated concerning a report examination of hairs to the FBI laboratory. All right, here we go. Examinations. We have several inquiries similar to yours. However, we have been unable to locate any references such as examinations in our files. Meaning, either they examined them and someone took those files and they're gone, or they just straight out lost them, which I go with the latter. Someone took them.
It usually happens. Look at example what's happening with the Epstein files.
Well, yeah. I mean, look at this. Like, however, we have been unable to locate any references to such examinations in our files. Really? We just sent you 16 hairs and we have memos stating we did. Like, is it Bigfoot or just a hoax? All right, that's a New York Times, right there, New York Times, June 30th, 1976. Let's see what this one is. All right, that's blurred out. Another one from the New York. Is this New York Times? Let's see. This one, no? Yeah, these are all New York Times. Ferretive creature or hoax roams the Northeast or Northwest. June 30th, 1976. Wow. So let's see if there's anything else. Gentlemen, here we go. The wave has been in operation. Oh, this institution conducts research. We have been in operation for nearly 6 years. The FBI. Hello. The FBI. Right there at the top. People of my podcast and my family here. The FBI has been doing this for 6 years since 1976. So somebody do the math for me. It's 1970 to 2025. How many years has gone past that they've examined Bigfoot and still have not came out and said a damn thing? And this is the FBI, people. From time to time, we have been informed that hair, supposedly a Bigfoot, has been sent for an examination to the FBI. And with the conclusion, as reported the examination, that it was not possible to compare. There we go. It was not possible to compare with hair with any known creature on this continent. There you go, people. There's proof. The FBI says in 1976 that they could not determine Bigfoot's origin story, where they came from. Because They don't know what it is. It's not possible because it's not with any known creature on this continent. Now, let's see. Will you kindly, will I don't even know what that is. Will or ill, whatever. You kindly, to set the record straight once and for all, informs us if the FBI has examined hair, which might be of a Bigfoot, when this took place, if it did take place, what the results of the analysis was, because I would want to know that too if I sent it into a federal lab that should be bound on their oath to give you the correct information afterwards. Let's see what they did, though. Let's see if they did. Serious question needs answering. Examination of hair, the opposite. The FBI does not in any way, as far as we're concerned, suggest that the FBI is associated with our project. Okay, so they don't want to be associated, but they want to examine the hairs. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's see what happened. Still, they've been unable to locate anything. I don't see where this came from here, though.
Has this hair been tested against humans?
That I'm not sure of, but I'm pretty sure if they said it didn't come from any animal on this continent, that they tested it against humans. I'm hoping they did. But that is a good question.
It is.
It is. But they did say they tested it against all, well, it says right here,
all creatures.
yes, hold on. Examination of the hair opposite. Where is it here? Oh, here we go. Any known creature on this continent. So we're a creature. I hope.
And if they tested if it was like, say, if there could have been like a creature like from another continent, like a gorilla or a silverback gorilla.
It's true. They need a more, well, this is in 1976, so we didn't have the basis of the huge amount of information we can pull from now. But it says since the publish, we have been see, they're unable to locate any such examination in their file. So request exam right there. Recommendations. It's been granted right there. This is the FBI. Request examination. Memorandum right here. Yeah. So they had the hairs, Department AD, and whoever this is, S&T, I think it's SERV, SERV, or SANV. I don't know. But it's really hard. And then S, whatever that is down here. So these are the departments it came from. So the Department AD, and let me see here. Issue of the Washington Star News carried cut line, attached caption, recognition at last. The atlas contained information on possible existence of Sasquatch, the legendary creature in the Pacific Northwest Mountains. Okay. Hair samples analyzed and found to belong to no known animal. So they did come back with something. Inasmuch the FBI laboratory and examiners had no records or recollection of such an examination, though, but Dr. Steve was telephonically contacted in Seattle, Washington. After checking Dr. Rice, he was unable to locate the source of the reported FBI hair examination because it's gone.
Yeah.
It's
but
gone.
Why would they deliberately get this lost or something?
Deliberately, because of the fact that you don't want to. You can test hair samples more than once.
Mm-hmm.
So what if they found a unique genetic marker that they wanted to try to mess around with in gene splicing or CRISPR or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to tell us anything. And believe me, I can tell you for a fact, if the U.S. military saw a Bigfoot in front of them materialize, dematerialize, become visible again, and then go like half in and out to where you could see just the outline and the shape of it, but it goes through the woods and you can't see it. It's like a camouflage, but it's still there, like the predator, but it's not the predator. That's what they can do. Their entire surroundings become them, and you can't see them. You see right through them. It's like they're not there, but you know they're moving around because you can see them going through the freaking forest. They want that. They want camouflage ability. So if they really could get that, these hares went straight into a lab for secret experiments. So let me see here. According to New York Times, 5-year search for Bigfoot. Applied science, fees to his expedition, small donations. The chief sponsor of the current Loch Ness expedition in Scotland, AAS, is listed in the Encyclopedia of Associations as being founded in 1962 and dedicated to the applied science of engineering. How much do you want to bet if that's a U.S.-based company? It is too, isn't it? Boston, Massachusetts, Academy of Applied Science. Yes, it is. So apparently they funded, or they were the chief sponsor of a Loch Ness expedition. Go figure. So we're looking for Bigfoot. They've got the hairs of Bigfoot now, and now we're looking for Loch Ness. Huh. I'm thinking they're looking for mystical creatures to see what they can find with their DNA. What they can do is interesting to them. Let's see here. Bigfoot Information Center. So I think this is just the same thing. Current Bureau policy. Yeah. They don't want to be involved, but they will examine it. Even though they can't find the samples that they had before, right? So, oh, wait a minute. (1977), look, they came back. The hairs recently, FBI laboratory transmitted light, blah, 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 blah. The hairs were compared directly to hairs of known origin under the comparison microscope. It was found to be of the deer family origin. What? That makes no sense. That makes no sense, people. Of a deer. Okay, hold on. What does this say, people? That they compared it to all creature, any known creature on this continent. I thought we had deer on this continent. Am I wrong? We don't have deer in the U.S., people? We've got deer in the U.S., people. We have them in every state. We've got white-tailed deer. We've got fawns. We've got this. We've got that. We've got deer. So when they say they tested it and they said, we've tested the hair and it is not possible to compare the hair with any known creature on this continent. But they're going to come back and say, now that's funny. I'm sorry, I had to go back. That's funny because now they're saying it's a deer. Here it is right here. Of the deer family. Oh my, okay. So the FBI pulled a fast one. They replaced your hair samples of your Bigfoot with deer, resampled them and sent them back to you about a year later in 1977 when you sent it to him in 76. It makes sense. This is what the government does, people. It's a loop. Don't go to the government with information and say, hey, I'm going to stop my share screen here. I've got a piece of a UFO in my backyard, people. Come, I'm going to show it to News Nation tomorrow. No, you're not, because you're going to have black suits in your house that night. You're going to be abducted by aliens. Not really. It's going to be us, military. They're going to do a wet works operation on you, which is a fake abduction, because real alien presence that I've felt is loving, is caring. And what you hear from people that have been abducted, some people, is, it hurt me. They hurt me. People, they don't hurt you. If an extraterrestrial wanted to take you aboard their ship, you would go through a window and you wouldn't even hit it. You go right through it like it wasn't even there. You would phase out of the window. So if an alien race can do that, they don't have pain meds. They know we're emotional beings. If a real extraterrestrial being takes you aboard their craft and wants to do a medical experiment on you, you will not feel it, people. You won't feel it, because they are loving beings. They do not want you to go through that pain. That is the negative attracting factor for them. They want you to be peaceful, loving, caring. When people come out and they say, they probed me, they did this, they took my child. Okay, I'm not saying I don't believe you that this happened, because I've seen it. A person that is 4 months pregnant goes into the doctor, has an ultrasound, sees the baby, and the next day, there's nothing there. Not even the uterus. It's all gone. And the doctor's like, what just happened? You were pregnant? Or, I'm sorry, not the uterus, the placenta. I'm not a female biology type of person, but not the whole thing, but just the baby was gone. She could still make babies, but just the baby was gone. And the doctor looked at the screen and said, oh, well, you must have had a miscarriage. I'm sorry, ladies. Please tell me if I'm wrong, but if you are 6 months pregnant and you have a miscarriage, you're going to feel it. You're going to know you had a miscarriage. You're not going to wake up the next day and just be like, oh, wow, I'm not pregnant no more. So I just wanted to end with this on this show, that there's a lot of bad energy, bad flowing energy out there. And you don't want to be a part of that. You want to be a part of the loving energy, the beautiful energy that is all around you. Now, in this group, we're going to help you. We're going to meditate. Lady Daniel is going to help us out. She'll be on the screen every once in a while and help us out and, guide us and, help us, because we're all here for the same reason. We're all here for knowing and understanding and love and just, to make our voices heard And that's why the movement's here, and that's why I started in the first place. I want everybody to have a voice, everybody to be heard, and
actually be nice if more people come on and chat, and then everybody then it grows.
well, I can have up to 20 people on the screen at a time.
On the video chat?
Yeah.
That's
On this
awesome.
screen up here, I can have up to 20 people on there, but we'd have to figure out a way to do it. Maybe I'd mute everybody, and then whoever has their hand up in the picture, I'd just be like, oh,
X
okay.
spaces.
Then to just unmute it or something. I could do that probably. But oh wow, I think my yeah, I'm gonna end this too, Lady Daniel, because my dog needs to go to the bathroom here in a few minutes.
Okay.
I just when you said about earlier about what happened with you, well, my dog just did that in this small room, and it's like, you know what I want, Dad, and I'm like, oh Lord, what did you eat? Ooh, wow. So anyway, but yeah, Lady Daniel, that's what we're gonna do. So we'll keep this going like we're doing now. We're gonna, talk about things, keep everything going, keep the excitement going, keep the peace going, because like I said, and you can attest to this too, you hear about it all the time. I've been probed, I've been hurt. They hurt me. I felt it. It hurt. That's what people say all the time. And I'm like, that's not really extraterrestrials. That's us. That's a false flag abduction by a U.S. military to cause fear in that person. Because they know that person has a close connection with the other side. And if they can't talk to you, they do something else to get you away from the subject. Like, if they came to your house, Lady Daniel, and you were all involved in the UFO topic for 30, 40 years, they came to your house and they probed you and they did this and they did that and they took your baby away, you would not be as happy as you are right now with the ET presence. You would have negative feelings like, oh, they took my baby. It's not them. Right? I mean,
I'll be I'll be like talking to my star mother and saying, what's going on here?
Yeah. Like, they don't. Extraterrestrial star beings do not hurt people because they want the love and the understanding and the peace and the knowingness out of that person. If you're feeling angry and you're huffing and puffing, they are staying away from you because you've got a lot of negative energy. It's like a pulse wave that goes out. Nope, we're going to stay away from this person. But that's, I don't know, that's kind of my feelings on it, like, oh, I've been probed. They took my baby. They probed me. They hurt me. They poked me. I felt it. Now, when I hear people say, I felt what they did to me, immediately I go to, it's not them. You would not feel it. Or why would they do the things they do? Why would they take you out of your bed and levitate you through the window like the window wasn't even there, like you just passed right through it? They would just smash you right through the window. You know what I mean? They wouldn't care. But they must care about you if they very peacefully get you out of the window very slowly and you go through the window instead of, bust the window. You know what I mean? There's a difference there. But That's what I feel on it, though. It's just my feelings, my opinion. I believe that these beings are all knowing, all loving, and all caring.
Yeah.
And if they
It's
really
what
care, if they really care, they're not going to let anybody feel pain when you connect to them. Go ahead, Lady Daniel. I think you're going to say something.
It's like all my experiences of being happy. Like every time I see them, I get excited and happy.
Yeah,
Because I
me
know it's
too.
my family, the family that loves me, because they're the family on this planet. They've all abandoned me now completely.
Well, nobody here will ever abandon you, Lady Daniel, because this group is here for you. This group is here for Austin. This group is here for anyone who wants to join, who has a loving heart and a peaceful attitude, because that's who we are here. It's about peace, love, understanding, light. There's no negativity here. No negativity. Everybody knows how I am. If you're new here, you can speak to Austin in the chat. You can speak to Lady Daniel here. She knows me a little bit now. I am a person that you can talk to me about anything. I keep it to myself. If you don't want me to say anything about your story on a podcast, hey, I won't say anything. But I do leave myself open because of the great responsibility that got placed upon me from my daughter, Ariana. And I'll type out how to spell her name actually in the chat. And Ariana she's my daughter. She loves everyone. She cares for everyone. She's a mantis hybrid. She has the figure like a mantis, but the face almost like a human female, almost, with like a lightish blue face with a greenish blue body, like a teal kind of skin. It's really weird. It was like first time I met her, it was just a floodgate opened up. And it was just like all this information came flowing in from everywhere. And it was beautiful. It was beautiful. I cried for hours. It was so beautiful. And the way Jake Barber, one thing I will say about Jake Barber's story about the egg is that when he did say, and this is, coming from him, when he connected to that craft, he said he cried because it was all loving energy. Imagine you are a military fighter pilot born in combat like I was. I did 15 years in the Army, 2 tours. And I have been through some stuff too. But you know what? What he says is the truth. He felt a loving, huge loving energy from that craft. And that's what I believe these beings are. They're loving, they're caring, they're knowing. But when it comes to us and the military, there should be a civilian side to this psionics portion of the government side. You can't just bring down these loving craft and interrogate them in a military base. Come on now. A loving being. And you're going to take them underground, no sunlight, no nature, and lock them in a room and say, okay, now you can communicate with us, but you can't leave. Come on, people.
It's terrible.
Come on. That's why Jake Barber was crying too. I guarantee you that, because I would be too. I was that helicopter pilot knowing that I was taking this ET to a military base to drop this thing off to be interrogated. I would be bawling my eyes out too. You know what I mean? I don't know if I don't know. I mean, I would have to be put in that situation to know what I would do. But Jake, he dropped it off and he left. But I guarantee you he felt some kind of way after he dropped that egg off, and he probably said to himself, wow, like, what did I just do? I just dropped off this loving being to the military industrial complex. Like, and you know what? I will give it to him. Only on one thing. He broke away. He formed his own group, Skywatcher, and he wants to do it the correct way this time. Which, hey, if he wants to do it that way and he wants to do it with a loving heart and loving intention, I'm down with that. But I am not down with anybody thinking that they have jurisdiction over their technology. Who gives you the right to take something so beautiful out of the sky and say, this is ours? It's theirs. It's not ours.
It hasn't been given to you as a gift.
No. And that's exactly right. And that's one of the reasons why I believe Earth will be quarantined for the next couple years. It's not going to, I mean, I've heard that there's going to be something happening in the next couple years. Next what? I've heard within 5 years. I've heard within 5 years there's going to be a ship. I've also heard there's been talk of a landing or some sort that's going to happen, but it's not confirmed. You know, everybody says this.
Wouldn't this landing be connected with the embassy?
Possibly. However, Greer also stated, though, that, you know, there was supposed to be some kind of landing or something within the next couple years. Next couple, like, meaning he said, I think within like 2027 or like 2 years or 4 years. So, yeah, 2. I'm not sure whether or not, you know, the embassy gets done by then. Yeah, then they'll probably be at the embassy. But what happens if it's not done yet? Like, in 2 years, would they land? I guess they would land where the most group of people loving would be, where they would feel the most love, I guess, in connection with, because you can have 10,000 people on that island, 20,000, 30,000. I hope we get, listen, when that embassy's built, I hope there is 1 million people on that island all meditating at the same time, loving thoughts, because we're going to see so much stuff that it's just going to be amazing to see. It is. It really is. And I want to be there for that. Like that's my dream. That's my dream. Same with you. Like, I want to be there for that. I definitely do. But when that opens, I'm saving my money now. I'm getting first class tickets. Well, we're going. I don't care where it is. Middle of the ocean. I will find a way to get to them.
Actually, it'll be convenient if it's in your country. But we don't know yet because everyone's just still
It's up in the air, yeah, on where it's
And
gonna be.
what's happening on Turtle Island at the moment is absolutely
I'd
quite a
say,
mess.
you know what I would say is make it in Greenland.
Greenland.
Yes, because Greenland is it's not U.S. territory, but it's close to the U.S. It's not Russian territory, but it's close to Russia, and it's not anybody's real territory except for Greenland. If they would agree to it, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah, but
Greenland is is an island, up this way. The U.S. is down this way, so up here, so everybody could kind of come to it.
but what I was saying is that there's a problem. Is the Elohim or Starbings they prefer a warmer climate.
Oh. So we're talking like
It's like
Africa
me.
or
I'm finding it
so
very
like
difficult to live in this cold weather.
Africa or Egypt, like going up that way,
Yeah,
like
yeah. Even
okay.
the south of the South America.
That's why they're
Um,
all over by Japan then in the water. I got it now because it's warmer water. Ah, okay. Because I heard about that today. I was watching a series documentary. Said they found what is it? The Millennium Falcon in the ocean in the Baltic Sea, which it does look like it, but yeah, it was weird. We'll have to get into that another time, but yeah, no, Ariana had told me. She said you are gonna help people, and I said, well, how, I don't understand, and she said you're gonna help people. Just wait. And like I said in the
did you
beginning, my friend came up to me and he had lost somebody, and he came up to me and he just said, I need guidance. I thought he was going to do something not good, and I don't want to see anybody do that. You don't want to go through that. You don't only hurt yourself, but you hurt everyone around you, and it's better to talk it out. We're here, you know. Lady Daniel's here. We've got, Draconi. I'm here. We've got Angel. She's here sometimes when she gets her internet working
where's
correctly.
she would have been up online with us if her internet was fine. She would have been here with
Yeah,
us.
yeah. She's right
Um,
now. She's well going
oh,
back and forth.
did you send Ariana my photos?
Yes, I did. Yes,
And what
she
did she say?
Oh gosh, she sent back photos. I'm back. I'm gonna show you. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it here real quick. Since we got about 9 minutes left on here. So I'm going to see if I can get this real quick brought up. Give me a second here. Download it real quick. Share it with I guess I can share it with myself.
I sometimes do that to move from one device to another, share with myself.
I'm just like, it's weird when you're sitting there and you're doing things on here and you have to go back and forth on different websites to pull stuff up and everything else. But I'm about to pull up her photo here that she sent me to actually give to you on what she looks like. Well, she didn't send it to me. Let me clarify. A friend of mine, Laura, who is in the C5 group with Rupert. We do C5 also with Rupert's group, and we were doing the CE5, and this is when I actually found out my true purpose. My true purpose was to be a guide to the ethereal realm and to be a peacemaker. So that's what I was. That's what I took from my daughter, what she told Laura. And then she went ahead and sent this picture of what she looks like.
Okay. She looks beautiful.
Oh, she is. She is gorgeous. And every day I miss talking to her. You know, I talk to her about once every week or two. You know, I'll meditate and we'll be able to communicate back and forth. But it's really beautiful when we actually do connect. I know right when it happens, and because the connection is so emotional that I as I am meditating, and you know, my wife has said this before, she'll watch me and I'm meditating, my eyes are shut, but I'm crying. Like I am bawling, like rivers of tears are coming down as I'm meditating. And that's, you know, the connection that was made. But other than that, we're gonna end this on a good note.
Embassy.
Yeah, I mean the embassy is great. I'm serious. Like once that embassy is done, it is going to be the greatest thing since sliced bread. Like
Yes.
it's going to be the NATO of the universe. So
Well,
let's see. This all right, real quick. All right, this is what was said to me from Ariana real quick. So she said that you have become ascended and have earned the right to a name. That's actually where I got Draconi from. Ariana gave me that. I'm not actually sure what it means yet. She has said, I have earned the right to a name along with the knowledge to help those who come to you for guidance. And then she said that I would be an ethereal guide and peacemaker and an ambassador to the stars. That's what she told me. So I plan on going exactly with what she said and going by what she said, because that is beautiful, and that's what I plan on doing. But other than that, Lady Daniel, I'll say goodnight to you, and I will hopefully see you guys on Saturday. If not Saturday, then it will be Sunday night. But I'll put out the everybody who's subscribed to the channel, I'll put out an update as far as when we will be doing Saturdays, either Saturday or Sunday. Like I said, Saturday or Sunday night it'll be. So everybody, peace, love, and light to everyone in the group and to everyone in the Galactic family. Lady Daniel, it's always a pleasure to have you on here.
Pleasure to have you as well.
And we'll wrap this up, and we can talk after this on Facebook. All right. Have a good night, Lady Daniel. Have a good night,
You
Galactic
too.
family, and we'll see you on the weekend.